Hello, welcome to a video. Today we're going to be adding a section to the interior of our castle here. It's going to be a bathhouse, and it'll be a nice place for us to relax in this area. But first, I'll need to make a frog light farm. I found a design by Blaze MC that's pretty simple. I think it still works in this version, maybe with some minor tweaks. But yeah, the bathhouse should look pretty cool. I think I'm going to do it over here. Haven't really made the entrance part, but I think this will just be over here for now, like we'll maybe deal with the entrance later. But anyway, let's get the materials we need for this Froglight farm, because we're going to need that for some of the decoration in the bathhouse. So let me get everything I need in a shulker box. Okay, this should be everything we need. I need to get some powdered snow. We'll need to get the frogs and get like a nether portal to transport them in. Yeah, so I'll just get some powdered snow and some obsidian, and I think we should be good. So I went out to gather those materials, got some obsidian, tadpoles. There's a lot of new stuff in the past few updates I still kind of need to check out. A lot of plant stuff. Got some cherry blossoms. Pretty cool. I think we found the snowy, oh, cut that out. I think we found the snowy slopes biome. I think this is snowy slopes, right? Well, either way, that's some powdered snow. Yeah, snowy slopes. Okay, we're gonna get 12 buckets here and just gather all of it. I think the video says you only need one powdered snow, but then a comment said that if you're in like a later version, you might need more. So we'll just get that much. I should screenshot this in case I want to come back, but that should be enough for now. And if we really need a lot of powdered snow for something in the future, I should make a powdered snow farm, I suppose. I'm gonna head back home, rearrange myself a little bit more, and then we'll look for a bastion to build the farm in. All right, so I found a bastion here. It took a little while because I didn't remember where the one I found in like the last episode was, but we're here. It's not too far. It's only like 1,000 blocks away from like our actual like portal about. So not too bad. We just need to find the room with the magma. Now this is going to be pretty dangerous, I'm assuming, because those guys hit really hard. That's why I have a golden helmet on. Let me see if I can find that spot and kind of just clear out the area to make it safe, and then we'll try to start like doing what needs to be done. It's really not that much, just mostly clearing it out. Okay, those guys still don't like me. Are you guys not friendly? Yeah, they're not friendly, even when wearing a gold helmet. Wow, we're gonna have to be super careful about this, because those guys, they'll kill me. Like, I'm not gonna survive a hit. I think it's probably gonna be in this room. Over here. Excuse me, skeleton? How did that not hit you? What the heck? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dig down a bit. There's lava here. Of course. Yeah, we're just gonna dig down along the edge here a little bit. Try to make a path up, actually, if we can. We have an entrance here. We just need to actually clear out this area. If I hit one of these brutes, they're gonna come after me, but he's gonna come after me anyway, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Got another fire resistance potion there. I guess we should kind of, you know what? We're just gonna go tank mode and just try to take out the brutes, because they're too dangerous. They do die in lava, so we should be somewhat okay. I don't know if there's a way to disable the magma cube spawner too, because holy cow, it's annoying. We're gonna start by just kind of clearing out this area. Let me attack the brute there. All right, so I've made this much progress on it. We'll need to make like the area where they die now, essentially. But I'm gonna get some of this gold here first. They're gonna get mad, right? Oh, and there's actually some pretty cool stuff in there too. They got a spear. I just put some of my garbage in here, maybe. A lot of iron. Gilded blocks. Those are actually pretty rare. Projectile protection. Don't really need that, but I'll take this. That's pretty good. The gold blocks I don't really need, because my gold farm still technically works. There we go. Got some cool stuff there. All right, let's make the portal here. Let's go into it. And of course, oh, frick. Why is this tadpole so annoying? He literally just went. Oh my gosh. Oh, he just died. Okay, great. Thank you, stupid tadpole. Why are you so dumb? Better not be able to jump out of this too high thing. You know, it's kind of weird generation there. And there we go. Definitely a cold biome. Bloop, bloop, bleep, bloop. Okay, yeah, you can give slime. Oh, you're a frisky fella. Come with me. We're gonna be extra careful. Don't go into any berry bushes or anything. Yeah, these guys are annoying. All right, we got all 3 frogs here. Let's lead them up. I think this is an achievement actually, so there we go. Hello guys. Don't go in the boat. Come this way. Into the portal. Yep. Into the portal you go. Come on. Let me just push him in. You're in there. Good job. Okay. And I got with our powers combined achievements. Okay, right this way, please. There. All right, they're all in. Okay, so the farm's pretty much set up here. I have a nether portal right here so we can get out easily. There's also this path. Bit of a mess back there. Haven't been there since I got here. But it's all set up. It's working. We got some coming in here. Pretty good. I think it's relatively efficient. Pretty fast. Not too bad. So now we just need to kind of AFK here for, I don't know, until we have maybe like 5 stacks of each of them, I suppose. Probably be enough for the build I'm making, and enough that we wouldn't have to come back for a little while, but we'd probably want to do a longer AFK session. But I'm going to AFK for maybe like 30 minutes or maybe a bit longer than that, depending on how long it takes to get all the frog lights, but I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've AFK'd for maybe a little bit over an hour, and this is how much we've gotten, so that should be plenty. I'm going to head back to our base. I'm going to go through the overworld just to be extra safe, because these guys seem pretty mad. Okay, so there's actually one more block I want to get before we start building, and that's pale wood, because I think it'll look nice for kind of the design I've planned out so far. But I don't have any pale wood, so we're gonna have to go look for that. I looked it up, and apparently they're in dark forest or birch forest on like a raised area somewhere, so I guess I'll look for that. I think I'll head more in this direction to find that. I probably should have been looking for that earlier, but I didn't think to do that. Okay, there it is. We found it. That was my last rocket too, so I'll have to get some more, but I think we just need a sapling, and maybe the moss too is what we need to collect. Well, I'm just gonna start breaking the trees here. All these flowers are now open. Hello. Okay, so this guy appeared. His heart's over here. I think this is what you do. You break that. And then he disappears. Okay, that actually worked. I think I need Silk Touch, though, when breaking it to actually get it. So we'll keep that in mind for the next one that appears, because I think we should get some of these. Okay, this one spawned. Okay. Up there, huh? Okay, I got the Creaking Heart. Alright, I think that should be enough pale wood. We're probably not going to use nearly that much, but I wanted to get a lot of it so I didn't have to come back here. Really, I would just plant them with the saplings I have, but still, that's kind of annoying. I don't know if there's anything else we need in a pale forest before I leave. Wow, this is actually massive. Holy cow, I didn't realize it was so big. Take another screenshot just to make sure. Oh man, but yeah, this is a huge biome. I thought it'd be smaller. Yeah, so if we need more wood, we can come back here at some point. It's like 10,000 blocks away, so a little far, but that's fine. I'm not sure what you really want to do with these Creaking Hearts. I know you can get the resin with them somehow, like you can make a farm with it or something. I don't know if you have to do it in a pale oak forest. Either way, I'll head back and we'll deal with that another day because I don't really need resin right now. I'm gonna plant some cherry trees out here just because I'm not sure if I have enough. Let's do it along this area. This is not everything I need in these shulker boxes, but it should be enough to kind of get started. Our storage system's right here, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna start just by laying out kind of how I want it to go. I was thinking it'd be kind of this area-ish, and it starts like you go through a tunnel with like some water flowing down. So I'm gonna like map out the proportions of it, and then we can like start actually placing the blocks. Okay, I've cleared out a bit of an area here. I believe I'll have some water kind of going along this way, and then there's gonna be things that have water fall down. Really, I just need to kind of put in like the basic stuff here. I was thinking maybe we curve the tunnel at the end, but let's just make the basic design of it first. Alright, so if you can see kind of what I'm going for so far, it's supposed to be pretty bright and light. Currently, like, I just have torches here, but there's gonna be lights in the ceiling to make it brighter, and we could probably add some more in if it's not bright enough just with that. We're going for kind of a bright, happy feel for the spa or the bath. All right, so I've made a bit of progress here, as you can see. This is what the tunnel towards the bath is going to look like. It might go slightly farther. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it like open, like there's actually like some scenery on the side of it, but I've kind of decided here just to make it a pure tunnel. I think I want it to end on like maybe 2 blocks more or so, and then we'll have like changing rooms and then the baths, which I don't know, I'll try to make those pretty decorative. Don't have a design for that. I only really made the tunnel. So I wanted to add a water feature here so that trapdoors open and close and water like falls down. So I made like the redstone for this. I'll have like a bell here to activate it, and then up there will be a calibrated sculk sensor, and that's gonna activate the top here and make all the water come down. It's kind of a whole thing. I think I'll just build it and then show you how it works. Okay, so I've pretty much set up the redstone here. Again, I probably will extend this tunnel a little bit, so we might need to go a little bit longer with that, but this is pretty much it. How this works here is that I have a lectern turned to page 11, which gives a signal to a comparator that does a specific sound for like a bell. So whenever bells hit, it activates. And it sends a pulse, right, with the calibrated sculk. And the reason why it's in water is so it doesn't make a bunch of noise, because that's really annoying. So I have it like flowing down to there. It takes the redstone from that, and it turns it into, instead of like a pulse, it turns it into a toggleable thing. I used a tutorial from Guide Realm to do this, because this is kind of confusing concept. So essentially it just switches the active state to being deactive and active back and forth. I have a target block here so that it can go into it, because the way I have it is just drawing it straight from here, and then it goes along this way, activating all the trapdoors. So let me put the water in, and then we can see the full effect. It looks pretty cool, I think. Okay, so the water's in place. I hit the bell, it activates over there, and then as you can see, all the water will fall down. Pretty cool, huh? I like the effects. And when you're done with the water, you can just hit it again, and then it just retracts. I don't know, something about like the falling water looks really cool, especially like with the delayed going down. Pretty much all for this tunnel. There might be a few more things I'll add and wrap up, and then we can work on to the next section. Okay, so I've pretty much finished the tunnel here. I don't know if there's anything else I'll add, maybe if I feel like it, but I've added the word spa, heart plus exclamation point to finish it, you know, kind of cool. I don't know, it felt too bland at the top, and I kind of was testing doing some text here, so I think it kind of looks cool, and I might add this to the sign in the front saying spa. I think that would work, so I like the way this this kind of font turned out. So speaking of the front, that's what we're going to work on now. So it's kind of like very like a mess right here. I'm probably going to leave most of it kind of exposed like this for now, because eventually I maybe build stuff on top of it and kind of that'll have its own wall. But for now, we're just going to focus on the front area, like right here, like when you enter it. So let's start. I think we could do some flower beds on the side here. I think that would be good. So if we extend kind of this area out a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of the idea I had in mind. I don't know if this is exactly what I want. It's a little weird right now, like with how it's like connected to this wall. I might want to change that in a second, but kind of have like a small area to have some more flowers in. I like the way the light looks underneath the trap door like that. I think that looks nice. And we can just put some lilacs like that. Pretty cool. I think that fits the vibe of it. Okay, well, I think I might leave it like this for now, because I've extended this out a little bit. Because probably when we do the more of like the main entrance, like ceiling, because I think there will be a little bit something on the floor here to connect up this room more properly, and then whatever else might go down like a hallway here. The interior of this building is really going to be a mess, because it's just going to be me adding a bunch of random stuff in it. So we'll leave it like this for now. This will be at the extent of like kind of how far out we go. I'm going to copy this on the other side, and then we'll do like the top part. Okay, so I've spent a little time working on the front here, and I still don't know if this is actually what I want, but I kind of am trying to do like this glowing sign type of thing. I've struggled to do this border here. Like I was going to do it higher up and maybe a bit bigger, but it kind of just didn't work out like that. I don't know, it just kind of ended up like this, which kind of looks okay, but we need to put the word spa in there. And since I had the like spaced here, there's not enough space to do it like that, so they'd be next to each other. So I'm thinking I want to alternate the blocks for like the middle letter, just so there's like more contrast between them and they don't like blend together. So I'm gonna set that up and see if it looks good. All right, I've spent a long time like just doing different stuff for this entrance, and I think this is pretty good now. I don't know, I might come back and change it again because I've been very indecisive about it, but I think it looks good enough for now. Anyway, let's start working on the actual bath now. Okay, after adding a few more minor tweaks, it's time to go on to the next room here, and that's going to be like a lounge area, I think. So typically like in a bathhouse there would be like a lounge area, right, and then a changing room and then the bath. So we'll do like a lounge area here. All right, I've made a bit of progress with this area. I've cleared it out. I've added this floor to it, added a little front desk here. There's still a lot of decorations I need to add, and I want to fill in the roof. Maybe make it more interesting. I've kind of been running out of quartz, so maybe not use a bunch of quartz, but I do have enough, I think, for this. Anyway, the next area will be over like here. This will be like the changing rooms, like both sides, and I think we can do banners to do like how like the Japanese baths do banners. Pretty cool. So we'll make like a corridor here with like a changing room for both of them, and then goes into like the baths over here, which I'll have to design. I've done quite a bit of decorating. I didn't really talk at all because I was, you know, like really focused on kind of figuring it out. But I think it looks really nice, actually. This is pretty much what I wanted, like a nice reception area. And then there's like some place to hang out. There's a table here. There's a TV. There's a ping pong table. And I just really like the atmosphere of here. It's supposed to be very welcoming and relaxing. And I tried to make it pretty bright. I feel like most of the area is well lit. I don't know if there needs to be another light here. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. Might make a few extra changes. I'm getting used to some of the new blocks, like these shelves are new, which is kind of interesting. Tried to add a lot of detail to it. Okay, and so it's time to move on to the next area that I've been talking about. I'll make the banners first, and then we can start with the actual rooms themselves. All right, so I got the banners here. I decided just to do a globe pattern since that's really the only pattern I have, and you can't quite get the symbol like the U that's typically on it for a Japanese bath, but I think that looks pretty good. I was looking at some pictures, and this is typically like maybe a little bit more red, but I don't know. I think that gets the point across, and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to start laying out the next room. Okay, so I finished one of the changing rooms here. I think it looks pretty good. I've spent quite a lot of time just fiddling around with it. It's not too complex, but I think this is pretty good. The layout of the other one is going to go over here. They're going to be pretty much identical, but I was thinking, should I do 2 baths, like since like one for the male side, one for the female side, or should I just do 1 bath? Because this already has taken a while, and I don't know if like just having 2 of the same thing would be interesting. Sometimes they do it where there's like a divider, and then there's like, they're kind of connected. So I think that might be the best thing. I was also kind of considering how I could make this bath maybe actually like practical for something. I don't yet have like a nether portal in this for the castle yet, so we might put the nether portal in here or do like a smelter or something like that. In builds, if you make them more practical, then you're more often to like use them and appreciate them, right? So I was thinking maybe I can include that in like the bath area, but I'm not really sure how that would work. Well, I'll continue working on the next one while I consider what I want to do with that. But yeah, it's just taking a while to just think through how I kind of want the design to go. But so far, I think it's turned out pretty well. I'll do the other side here, and then we'll do the layout of the baths itself. Boom, the next one's finished. There we go. That didn't take too long. Really just making the design of things takes a while, but once we have it all in place, it's good. Now I'm going to map out and start... Now I'm going to start laying out where the bath... Now I'm going to start laying out the side, the room shape. Guys, I can't speak anymore. It's all gone, so I'm just gonna build, and maybe I'll talk in the future. All right, build, woo! All right, so I've made a rough outline of where the baths are gonna go with this moss here. So it's gonna go around here like that. This area is gonna be like the water parts, and then that's gonna be like where you could like take a shower, and then I think I'll do a sauna off to the side on both of them. So I've decided to do 2 here, and I don't think as of right now that I'm going to make these practical for any reason. Maybe I'll kind of incorporate that later or as I go. I still don't know. Either way, I'm going to just start putting things in place, and yeah, we'll see how it works out. Alright, so I pretty much built out the walls and everything of the baths here. There's more details we need to add, of course, because it's bland. I'm thinking I want to add some cherry blossom leaves to the top to make it feel more naturey, because that's a thing that baths often include. I need to make the sauna still and actually like have like the bath like shower areas. And there's a few more details I want to add, but overall, this is going to be how it kind of looks. I wasn't sure what to do for like the walls at first, but I kind of like the design with this lighting, and then up there is kind of wooden. I think that's kind of a typical-ish design. I was thinking about doing like more of a nature scene or like water, because that's often done in baths sometimes, but I went for the wood because I wouldn't really be able to do like ocean very well. So yeah, I'm going to continue working on it, adding some more features and stuff, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I have finished building the bathhouse pretty much. There might be some more details I add later, but overall the build itself is finished. I didn't incorporate any functional parts into it yet, so maybe I'll do that later, but for now, this will be what it is. So spa right up there. Let's hit the bell here, and then we can have the water go down. I add some fishes and light to the pond kind of area. Oh no! You know, I didn't really anticipate the fish being this stupid. Oh my gosh, let's turn this off. What are you doing, fish? Oh no, they're dying. The fish died. I didn't test this before. No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pick up the fish I have left, because that killed most of the fish, I'm pretty sure. I think I got like 4 dead fish. I think the rest are actually up here. So I didn't expect them to do that. I should have, I guess, but I wasn't thinking. There goes all my fish. Is there another one up here? Just make sure. Yeah, there's one more guy up here. I don't know where he went. There he is. Okay. Boom. Okay, so yeah, 4 of my fish died. Surprisingly, this guy survived. This is my favorite one, I think. Well, let's not put the fish there, I guess, because they are not very smart. All right, let's try that again without the fish. I kind of like the fish as an addition, but apparently this is too dangerous for them. So, all right, we'll head down here to the front desk. Welcome. I'm pretty sure I showed most of this already, but I'll do another rundown because I might have added a few changes. I have a jukebox here. I don't actually have any CDs, I don't think, or records, I guess. There's a window I added. I wasn't sure if I wanted it, but I think it looks pretty good. You can kind of see outside, not much to see out there, but little extra feature. I really like this light thing. I still do. I think it turned out pretty good. Got this. I think I already showed it. So, yep, pretty nice. I really like the space here. It feels really bright. We'll start with this side, and then we can go in here. Already showed this, but here is the baths. I think the effect is really nice of the cherry blossoms. It feels really bright in here, which was what I was going for with all the frog light. I used fences for the rafters and like fence gates. I think it has a pretty good effect. I had some hanging lights here, which I think look pretty cool. I added a lot of little details, you know. There's smoke coming up to show that it's nice and heated and nice and warm when you rest in the bath here. And then with these areas, there's like a mirror here. I add with a banner, tripwire hook, kind of just you sit here, look in the mirror. Really nice. That layering's weird, huh? Anyway, let's go into the sauna on this side now. They look identical on both sides, but this is the sauna. So you can rest in here, heat up. I have some smoke coming through the ground. Oh, I forgot 2 slabs here. There we go. Okay. So nice. I think this actually looks a lot like a sauna. I kind of looked at some pictures, but this is pretty much what a sauna looks like. I think the smoke gives it a good effect. It definitely feels nice and warm in here. And sometimes like the ones I've seen are pretty cramped, so I kind of did that vibe, and they have like a sitting spot right here to heat up. But let's check out the other bath. The other one I think is maybe slightly bigger. I don't know. I tried to make them about the same size, but I also wanted them to be unique so that they had like their own feel to it. So if we head over here, same kind of thing going on with where you can like wash yourself first, but there we go. Here's the other pool. Pretty simple. Got some more smoke coming up, more hanging lanterns, and I don't know. I think it turned out pretty nice. Very bright and like relaxing feeling I was trying to go for. So yeah, pretty cool. We can check out the other sauna right here. It's the same room, pretty cool. I don't know if there's anything else to show with this. A lot of the materials took a while to gather. Like, I didn't have a lot of the wood. I needed to get to like the leaves. The quartz took a long time to get because I manually got it. I have my piglin farm, but it's pretty inefficient, so I had to cut most of the quartz manually, which isn't too bad since there's a lot of quartz in the nether, but it takes a while. So definitely focusing on maybe farms in the future would be a good idea for just getting materials I need. But yeah, what do you think? I really like the way it turned out. I wasn't sure about like each step of the way. I like spent a long time kind of contemplating how it was going to look, but I think it turned out really nice. I tried to incorporate a lot of like new blocks into this build too, because like this wood, never used it before really, and the frog lights, I really never did that. Some like new paintings they have, this block's new, and the new like dye texture is kind of interesting. I don't know when I'll make the next video on this series, but I will at some point, probably, eventually. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye bye, bye bye.